Good evening. You are watching the news from the Sultanate of Oman television. First, the headlines. Greetings of His Majesty Sultan Qaboos to His Excellency, President of Sudan, are conveyed by His Excellency, the Chairman of the State Council. His Highness Sayyid Asad bin Tariq Al Said presides over the conclusion ceremony of the 4th Makshan Culture Festival. Ministry of Manpower affirms the employment of 64,000 job seekers employed over the past 12 months. And an investment agreement to develop Rusale Industrial Estate is signed. Those were the headlines. Now for the news in detail. Greetings and best wishes of His Majesty Sultan Qaboos to His Excellency Omar al-Bashir, President of Sudan, were conveyed by His Excellency Dr. Yahya bin Mahfouz al-Mandari, Chairman of the State Council, when he was received in Khartoum. In return, His Excellency Omar al-Bashir, President of Sudan, asked His Excellency the State Council Chairman to convey his greetings and best wishes of good health and well-being to His Majesty the Sultan and the Omani people, further progress and welfare under His Majesty's wise leadership. He also expressed his country's appreciation of His Majesty the Sultan's role in promoting peace and stability in the region and across the globe. During the meeting, both sides exchanged matters of mutual concern between the two friendly countries and means to bolster cooperation in all spheres. The 4th Makshan Culture Festival focused on culture and tourism components of the Wilayat of Makshan in the Governorate of Dhofar. The festival witnessed a wide participation from the community and included various events like camel races, poetry, and other Omani traditional arts. The conclusion ceremony was organized under the patronage of His Highness Sayyid Asad bin Tariq Al Said, Deputy Prime Minister of International Relations and Cooperation Affairs and Special Representative of His Majesty the Sultan. Ministry of Manpower affirmed the employment of more than 64,000 job seekers over the last 12 months, while the Public Authority for Manpower register shows that there are over 45.7 thousand active job seekers in Oman by the end of December 2018. The statistics show that there are employment of 4,125 job seekers in the public sector during the same period. The Ministry of Manpower still faces a number of employment challenges like unavailability of job opportunities for some specializations and employment non-compliance issues with many private companies. Despite the Council of Ministers' decision to take legal action against any violation, many private companies do not comply with the employment requirements and ratios. The Sultanate and Jordan signed a memorandum of understanding in the field of military cooperation. It was signed from the Omani side by Lieutenant General Ahmed bin Harith al-Nabhani, Chief of Staff of Sultan Armed Forces, and from the Jordanian side by Lieutenant General Mahmoud Abdel Halim Freihat, Chief of Joint Staff of the Armed Forces. It included enhancing aspects of existing military cooperation between the two ministries and the two countries, though exchanging expertise and knowledge in the military fields and cooperation in organizing joint military exercises and educational, sports and culture activities and medical services. Lieutenant General Mahmoud Abdel Halim Freihat, Chairman of the Joint Chief of Staff in the sisterly Hashemite Kingdom of Jordan, and his accompanying delegation today visited the National Defense College in DC. He was greeted upon his arrival at the college's HQs at Muaskar Beit al-Falaj by Major General Salim bin Musallam Qassan, NDC commander. The visiting guest was briefed on the NDC, its facilities, and the modern equipment that contribute to achieving the NDC's vision in preparing the national leadership cadres. Lieutenant General Mahmoud Abdel Halim Frehat, Chief of Joint Staff of the Armed Forces in Jordan, and his accompanying delegation visited the College of Command and Staff at Beit al-Falaj camp. They were received by Commodore Abdullah bin Ali al-Salemi, commander of the college. The Jordanian delegation was briefed about the college and its role in qualifying officers and the modern programs it conducts in this regard. They also got acquainted with its various facilities and services provided to studying officers. Lieutenant General Mahmoud Abdel Halim Frehat, Chairman of the Joint Chief of Staff in the sisterly Hashemite Kingdom of Jordan, and his accompanying delegation today visited the Sultan Armed Forces SAF Museum in Beit al-Falaj Castle. The guest viewed a side of the historic stages of the Omani civilization and its roles in different fields. The guest also viewed the historic manuscripts and models as well as the Omani architecture in Beit al-Falaj Castle. He was also briefed on the progress enjoyed by SAF during the prosperous region of His Majesty Sultan Qaboos bin Said, the Supreme Commander of the Armed Forces. Still to come in our news bulletin. More than 30 honey breeders from various governorates of the Sultanate took part in the 11th Omani Honey Market exhibition. Welcome back to the news from the Sultanate of Oman television. President Donald Trump spent around 3.5 hours on the ground in Iraq yesterday on his first visit to the troubled region. First Lady Melania Trump was on the trip, so was his National Security Advisor John Bolton. No other top officials or members of Congress were present. Trump met with U.S. diplomats and senior military leaders and wished troops a happy holiday. Trump said he had no plans at all to remove American troops from the country. He said he wants to get U.S. soldiers home from Syria and that Iraq can still be used as a base to stage attacks on Daesh group militants if needed. The president's decision to exit Syria stunned national security advisors and allies, including Iraq, and prompted the resignation of Defense Secretary Jim Mattis.
Many years ago, but what a job.
9 migrants have been detained on a beach in southeastern England after crossing the English Channel in a small inflatable boat. The Home Office said the group comprises 5 men, 1 woman, 2 boys, and a girl. They were intercepted in the English coastal county of Kent by the local lifeboat station. This latest attempt to enter England comes after at least 43 migrants tried to cross the English Channel on Christmas Day and Boxing Day. There has been a surge in small lifeboat crossing recently. A further rescue operation was also underway today after up to 8 people were believed to have been spotted on an inflatable vessel near another English coast. The Ethiopian capital Addis Ababa is pursuing architectural modernity, often at the expense of its ancient heritage. Throughout the city, buildings in the traditional Ethiopian empire style are increasingly rare. Those that remain are neglected and often left in a state of advanced decay as money is instead diverted towards newer skyscrapers. More details in the following report.
Berhanu's house has been in his family for 7 generations. It's a cherished possession, especially as it's one of few houses from the Ethiopian Empire era that are still standing.
These days, most constructions that you see are more along the lines of European architecture. The city shouldn't neglect its history.
Addis Ababa was founded in the late 19th century by Emperor Menelik II. Houses like Berhanu's were home to important figures from the ruling classes of the time. At the moment, the capital's skyline is changing, often to the detriment of older dwellings. Tadesh will soon have to leave her house to make way for a modern development.
We're waiting for the government to do an evaluation of the house and give us some compensation. I would have preferred to stay here. It's my father's house.
A handful of historic buildings have been restored with the help of the government, but many view these restorations as needlessly costly, preferring to tear down and start over.
And so on. I mean, there are isolated efforts of protecting, saving historic buildings, but it's really very limited. You know, it's very limited. It is not even a given that you should protect a historic building.
The Ethiopian government has listed 440 buildings as heritage sites. The majority of them are in a state of advanced disrepair due to a lack of upkeep.
The Public Authority for Industrial Estate, Medina and Oman Investment and Development Holding Company, Mubadara, signed an investment agreement to transfer the management, operation and development of Rusail Industrial Estate as to be the first privatized industrial estate in the Sultanate. The agreement came after the establishment of Oman Investment and Development Holding Company, Mubadara, which is one of the outcomes of enhancing partnership with the private sector program. It's the first step to transfer other industrial estates of Medina gradually to the private sector as per a time frame of 4 years. The management of Duqm Special Economic Zone Authority approved the special records classification system. The move was done in cooperation with the National Records and Archive Authority. The system included the management of records and archive and mechanisms and procedures in this regard. The number of government bodies that approved its system so far reached 45 government bodies. Omani Honey Market Exhibition in its 11th edition, which was launched in Grand Mall Muscat, revealed an increase in the number of production quantity of the Omani honey. More than 30 honey breeders from various governorates of the Sultanate took part in the exhibition to sell various types of the Omani honey, which is known for its high quality. In order to increase the production of Omani honey and maintain its superior quality, the Ministry of Agriculture and Fisheries Wealth started to give beehives to the honey breeders. A large number of people visited the Omani Honey Market exhibition, which will last for another 3 days. Now for the general weather forecast around the Sultanate. Clear skies will prevail over most of the governorates with chances of low clouds and fog late at night and early morning over the governorates of Buremi, Zahira and South Sharqiya. Clear to partly cloudy skies are expected over the coast of the Sea of Oman with chances of scattered rainfall. Winds will be northwesterly light to moderate, seas will be slight to moderate with a maximum wave height of 2 meters. This is the Sultanate of Oman television. Before we end tonight's bulletin, here are the main points once again. Greetings of His Majesty Sultan Qaboos to His Excellency President of Sudan are conveyed by His Excellency the Chairman of the State Council. His Highness Sayyid Asad bin Tariq Al Said presides over the conclusion ceremony of the 4th Makshan Culture Festival. Ministry of Manpower affirms the employment of 64,000 job seekers over the past 12 months. And an investment agreement to develop Rosail Industrial Estate is signed. With that, we come to the end of tonight's news bulletin. From all of us here at the newsroom and the studios, thank you for watching and have a great night.